I'm a bass player, amongst other things, for my sins, and obviously a musician. And I've been thinking about this channel for quite a while now, but the last 18 months or so that we've all been through have sort of crystallised some thoughts. So I want to start a conversation really about music and its place in the world and what we do it for, and who we do it for, and how we do it, and how we're being led down a path, I think, a little bit with the availability on YouTube of all this information and courses and techniques and processes and all the rest of it. And I've been looking on YouTube and elsewhere, and I keep coming across the 5 secrets that will make you a better bass player, guitar player, saxophone player, whatever it happens to be. And all you need to do is learn this scale and you will become the greatest in the history of the world. It's not quite like that, but there's a lot of that about. There's a lot of this, all you have to do is follow this process and you will become. And what you have to do, in my opinion, the most important thing we have to do as musicians is get together with other musicians and play. And there are ways that we can get better at doing that, and there are ways that we can get more out of doing that. And the whole purpose of this, of what we do, is to communicate with other people, is to bring something into other people's lives, and hopefully that's joy, and that's an uplifting sense of togetherness. And that comes from a sense of togetherness of the musicians who are playing. And there are lots and lots of ways that we can get better at doing that. And part of what this channel is going to be about is going to be about how do we become better members of a band, better members of an orchestra, better members of a choir, whatever it is that floats your boat, because there are so many different ways that we can do music. And actually we ought to get involved in as many of those as we can, because certainly there are things that orchestral musicians can learn from jazz, blues, rock, pop musicians. There are certainly things that jazz, blues, rock, pop, whatever musicians can learn from orchestral musicians. And there seems to be a divide, and there doesn't need to be a divide. You can do both. I do both, and I love both almost equally. I'm not going to tell you which I love most, but there are so many ways of doing music, but they all come down to the same thing. It's these, and it's listening to your fellow musicians, and it's reacting to how your audience reacts to you. So I'm hoping that this channel will start a conversation about some of that, and about the value of live music, and the fact that we can't earn a living anymore from recorded music, because recorded music is regarded by the internet as free content, which is a deeply unfair principle, but we have to live with it. That's the way it is. We're very unlikely to earn a living as musicians from recorded music, because it's basically given away to persuade people to look at adverts. So the thing we need to do is to bring audiences to live music, and that's easier than it's been in the last 18 months. It's still not easy, but hopefully things are going in that direction, and we really need to get out there and give people what we can, and do what we do, which is to provide people with a release, with an escape, with some joy, with some uplifting feelings of whatever in their lives. So that's what this is for. And I'm hoping it'll become a conversation. I'm hoping that to talk to some very interesting musicians from all walks of the musical world, from orchestral, classical, chamber musicians, members of choirs, to singers, to rock players, to jazz and blues players, amateurs, semi-professionals, professionals, and hopefully some serious names further down the line. So please get involved. Please tell me what you think about the way the world is for musicians these days. Obviously there's the comments down below, wherever it is. And as everyone says, if you've enjoyed this little introduction, it is only a little introduction, please hit like and subscribe, and the conversation will begin, and hopefully it'll be beneficial for everybody. So I'll see you soon. Keep playing, and get out there and gig, whether it be in your pub, whether it be in a concert hall, whether it be in somebody's garden, whatever. Do it. Get out there and play to people, because it's the best thing in the world. Take care. I'll see you soon.